So Yoshi couldn't really find he couldn't find his usual chain combo setup, so he just went for a decent medium chain to keep Forky busy for now, pushing up. So we'll have to talk about that. Let's see if Forky can find a way out of this though. Could be problems. Oh my god, and Yoshi dies. Was not ready. That is something. Okay, so to summarize what happened there. Forky started off with messing up his chain. Yoshi also technically messed up because he was looking for chain combos. He found none. So all he did was do a small chain. Forky immediately opted to play defensive, and he cut his chain short, I believe. And that caught Yoshi completely by surprise because Yoshi was focusing on his aggro in that moment, and he just ended up not being ready. I don't know if he made a technical flub. He probably did at some point, but nonetheless, Forky taking the first match. So Yoshi doesn't really get phased by those because, you know, having played this game for so long, knowing what's going on, he knows that once in a while you're gonna drop in a match, just like that. You're not gonna cry too much over it. It's gonna be annoying, especially if it's the first match. You're like, oh man, already, right? Because let's say statistically, you're going to end up. See, Forky's sending a huge chain here. So yeah, like I said, despite the fact that, you know, not the fastest, but still like putting the aggro on. Buffering, I like that, and he finds the solution. All right, that's cool. I forgot what I was talking about. Help me out, chat. I don't remember what I was talking about before I got cut off by myself. All right, so let's focus on the defense here for a bit. We got about even, a little bit even. Yoshi getting bad luck or screwing himself over a little bit there, but that's all right because he uses that top speed privilege to make up for that. We got now we can see the difference in style. All of Yoshi's garbage on the right side. So if you can direct your attention to Forky, all of his garbage is now small. Forky continues to opt for those big chains, and he gets him too. And he gets him. He gets him 2-0. That's actually insane. So. Maybe Yoshi, like, maybe just a little bit overcommitting on his aggression there. And because he was low stacked and he got one bad roll. And the thing about when you get a really bad roll is that it really throws off your tempo because you're like, damn, I almost just died there for no reason, even though my setup was proper. And like, because of that, like, you know, it doesn't necessarily stay in your head, but what it does do is it throws off you have to redirect so many mental resources into finding the solution just to survive once. That it kind of weighs you down afterwards. And I think we might have saw a little bit of that. And I think that he also got like 2 bad rolls, so that also contributes. But I think that if maybe that didn't happen before, Yoshi would have had a better shot at cleaning that up. Whereas Forky, we saw the chain combo garbage that Yoshi likes to send that fills you up and doesn't shake your screen. But Forky was low on stack, so he was just like, whatever, it wasn't going to shake anyways because I was going to be low on stack, and if I was higher on stack, that would be more disadvantageous position for me anyways. So he had a stack low, he cleared it, and Yoshi gave him 3 lines of panels to clear at the top, so he even had a second tier to defend himself, and he just outlasted him. So we're seeing 2-0 Yoshi right now. Still very short matches, though. I'm expecting it to at least see a couple of longer matches in this set. Because I know both these players can drag out the matches to well beyond 2 minutes. And right now we're seeing all short matches. And he gets it. Wow. Forky doing a frame perfect swap to survive there. And yes, that was frame perfect. Can he get it? See, he buffers. Let's see if he can find it. Yes, he does. Look, that's actually optimal because he doesn't let the stuff drop. Oh, but still dying. Oh, man, he wasn't able to find the solution in time. That's garbage because he did everything right up until that point. And then after when it came time to cash it out, he just wasn't, he was one swap off. And that's that speed. Damn. But still good aggression, so. But Yoshi takes it. Let's see what happens. Still very short matches. All right, I'm interested in seeing how the aggression of the players develops as this set goes on. So Yoshi, one thing I will say about Yoshi, he is the best. Sometimes he drops the ball on his aggro, and we're seeing it right now here. Very weak aggro. Forky has a huge aggro advantage right now. And he's trying to bring it home too. Oh damn if he's trying to bring it home. And that's almost optimal. Oh, but he puts his panel down wrong. Okay, but again, Yoshi not with a strong aggro, so he actually Forky on normal circumstances probably would have died there in a match against these two. But because Yoshi had a weak startup, he didn't have him topped out when it came time to capitalize on Forky's mistake. So now we're gonna see. Oh, but he buffers a bit early. Oh, okay, let's see what happens. Oh my god, that was sick. So we're living. Forky's sending a lot of combo garbage, which will just serve as ammunition for Yoshi's next aggression here. That might turn the aggression back in Yoshi's favor. Let's see. And he does not see and that's a shame. So what happened there is that Forky sent maybe a little bit too much combo garbage, which gave Yoshi the ammunition to fire back a really strong aggression. And what he did was use almost all of the resources that Forky gave him with the combo garbage to send enough stack to top out Forky there. And Forky he wasn't able to see the solution in time, and that's that. The rest is history. So now we're tied up. And it's really easy to not see the solution in time. Like don't be like, oh, he plays this game a lot, he should see it. It's not like that. Because when you're in a position where all of a sudden you were doing something and maybe it didn't go exactly how you wanted, and then all of a sudden now in less than 60 frames you can die if you don't find a solution to something. It's not easy to find the solution in that amount of time frame in those circumstances at all. Most players they decide to look at almost all of the options. So like, let's say you have like 4 different colors on your screen and you can use those to clear. Most people will keep track of 3 of those and the other one they'll just forget about it. So if it ends up being that you don't get any of your 3 colors, and then after the other color is the one that you were supposed to use, you may not notice it in time. Because you obviously know that the 3 colors that you were trying to use don't have a solution, but you also need to like look around in time and execute quick enough that you're going to survive. So here we're going to see Yoshi cutting that off. I like that. We're going to see Forky. He's going to have to buffer that. Very nice. Can he find the solution? He's probably looking at reds right now. He's not. Oh, he's going for the disrespect. He gets it. Okay, so what happened there is that Forky knew that he had so much time that he opted to go for a 6 instead of just defending, which is hilarious to me because that's actually like really good because he gets an extra line in there just in case like Yoshi tries to push his stack down, and that defends him against like potential reverses under pressure like we saw last time, especially when you're trying to defend combo garbage. So what happened on Yoshi's side, I believe, is that Forky just sent like pretty optimal-ish pressure with like a big chain in between, and the chain was already on screen, so it's kind of irrelevant. And then he just gave him a bunch of shit at the top, and Yoshi probably got like a mediocre roll, and he wasn't in a position to do it. So he got the kill there, and that was the longest match too. So that's a significant win in my opinion, because like short matches, they're not so much important because like, oh yeah, obviously someone dropped the ball somewhere. But longer matches is like you fought for a good amount of time and then you dropped the ball, you know. So I feel like it's more of a deserved win. Forky needs to push up ASAP. So Yoshi takes that match. It's pretty standard stuff, honestly. I think that time Forky just dropped the ball on his initial aggro. and just Yoshi had an advantage. And when you have an advantage in aggression early game, it always ends up being that the person who has the advantage has like a 80% higher chance of winning the game than the person who doesn't. So pretty standard stuff. There's a very fine line between overshooting your aggression and doing the right amount, and it also depends on like what kind of garbage your opponent is sending to you. Because if they're sending like chain garbage, like big chains, you tend to want to do smaller garbage and then push yourself up so you have more panels to work with. But if they're sending like combo garbage, you want to kind of be low stack, because by being low stack, you can just get rid of it all in one shot. So they actually kind of counter each other as styles, but at the same time, technically the chainer has the advantage because they keep you in clearing for longer, right? So it's kind of like this weird balance between short-term gain, long-term pain, where you try to go for like a little all-in on maybe I can kill this person because they're overextending with big chains. But we're not seeing any of that this match. What we're seeing is a very optimal aggression from Forky right now. But he drops the ball, and the weird part about that is that I was like almost certain that that would have been Yoshi's death, not Forky's, because he had a really bad pillar on the left there, and Forky just he forgot that he didn't have stop time, so he didn't feel like the pillar on the left was a threat. So then the panels just fell, and he died before Yoshi even had a chance to, and it's a big reversal, honestly, because now it's 4-3. Right? Some people would argue that when you win that, you won it all, but who knows? Yoshi accidentally doing a double swap there. Trying to buy himself time because he's scared of being topped out, but Forky didn't send anything. And yeah, it just ends up being that, dude. Forky was probably still thinking, or even in the back of his mind, he was like, fuck, I shouldn't have died there. And then he was focused on his aggression. He got maybe even messed it up a little bit, and then after not ready for defense, and that's that. And that quickly, you can just turn around from being ahead in the set to getting destroyed in 5-3, and that's just what it is.